kill, and they decided to leave it, save the guns for next round, going into it. And LJM does pick up a kill and does pick up a MAC-10. That could be pretty huge here going into this third round. If LJM can pick up some money with that MAC-10, that would change the dynamic going into the fourth round massively. You know, FALKN still don't have the best guns that you can really have. You know, we still see a Galil. We've got a MAC-10 and a UMP. Let's see, we've got 2 CTs going up heaven, playing aggressive on iron, and an early nade coming out onto hut here. Looks like we're going for a fast outside play down into secret. And it decides they're not going to secret. It seems that they've smoked under heaven. And it looks like they're going to loop back around, faking potentially that they were going down to be from secret, when in reality, they're going under hell. Let's have a look here and see what the Swedish team decide to do. Maze and Chrismo are the only 2 players in the server right now representing Denmark. Viperio do have 2 Swedish people on their side as well, being Arianto and One Twig. Apart from that, the mixed from Viperio are mainly based from the Nordic regions. And here we see the Swedish side go down into Platinum. Chrismo gets a tag onto Magic, and a follow-up 1D doesn't go through as Zutra gets the kill on Chrismo. And here we see again a 4v5 for the Viperio side with the T's having full control of that bomb site. Again, it looks like it's going to be a save for Viperio, looking for them exit frags going into the 5th round. I do like this from Viperio. I think it's a bit, you know, oh, and unlucky nearly. Arianto nearly got the headshot on Addy there, but he does fall down to the UMP of Addy. And Magic doesn't have a kit here. That would have been huge. And he does go for a kill. And he does get a long distance USP shot onto Maze, but he does fall down. LJM picking up that double kill with the MAC-10. That's exactly what I was on about. He now sits at $6,150 going into this next round, which is huge for the Viperio side. We see Arianto picking up the AWP like he normally does. The T side, again, holding that UMP. I don't know if we're going to see an AWP coming out here from the T side. I think they're going to stick with the rifles, yeah, and that is what they are going to do. Arianto here has the AWP. Maybe this will change up the dynamic of this game so far. FALKN 3, Viperio 0. And we're going for an outside play again, with the Molotovs cutting off the exit into outside and hut. Arianto holding aggressive with the sword. I do like this. And he does get the kill onto Sebwell, which I think that's going to be great for Viperio here going into this round. You know, you've got that kill advantage. You can fall back. You know, the morale maybe goes a bit here. You can see Arianto falling back down into B site. And Twig does fall down to Maze as they are pushing into A site from hut. And it's all down to LJM to hold him off, but he's getting cut on from all angles. He does get one, and so does Chrismo. It does come down to a 2v2 now, and they are planting for hut and blue door. Let's have a look and see what Viperio can do. But only 1 kit on Magic as he's creeping in here. Can he get the intel to see where both the players are? He can't see the bomb just yet, so he knows it must be planted for outside. Zutra having 2 flashbangs. And I think that's a bit of a failed Molotov from Magic there. As it comes off on the door. And we're seeing Arianto here with you having to play aggressive. And they're both coming out of blue door. And Magic needs to get on the bomb now. He's going to want to do anything. And Arianto does get the kill in. Zutra coming up huge for his team. And getting that flick shot onto Magic right at the end of that round. FALKN 4, Viperio 0. It's not looking good for Viperio on this CT side of Nuke. And let's see what Viperio are going to do here. We see 4 Deagles and Twig again with that CZ. Last time we saw him do that was Pistol Round when he was holding aggressive on hut. LJM smoking off outside, standard practice, going for a bit of a stack here. Zutra picking up the AWP from Arianto and gets the tag through the wall onto One Twig. Viperio here stacking towards radio. Magic popping down that smoke just to prevent that push. And we're seeing here the T's know that this is an anti-eco round. They're not doing what they've done previously. They're not pushing outside. They're keeping that utility, waiting to get the pick before they go into anywhere in case there's a stack. FALKN seeming like they're pretty strong going into this game. Maybe a little bit stronger than Viperio so far. They do have 1 more win than Viperio. That being 1 win for FALKN and 3 losses. And Viperio sitting on 0 and 3 in their ESEA main league so far. And here we see the Swedes starting to take A site. Once again, the smoke goes onto outside. Zutra, is he going to get held off by someone? And again, he gets shot in the back by Chrismo, but he does fall down to Sebwell. Maze gets the kill on Arianto, and Twig and Magic on Magic gets 2 1-deags. making it a 2v1. Magic coming in huge with the 1D plays. We see FALKN, Freddy going down into B, going for the fast plant by the seams of it, and he looks like he's going for a fake play. This could be interesting. Does Magic hear that audio cue? And Magic has the angle here, and he's, oh, the timing. And he sees him. And Magic coming up huge for the Viperio side with a beautiful 1Ds. And finalizing that last kill with the AK going into this 6th round. I think that's what Viperio needed. You know, they need some of their star players to kind of come up, hit some of them kind of crazy shots to get them back into this, you know. We see LJM having the AWP now. I think he might be dropping us back to Ariantu when we see a match pause. I don't know what team did pause this. I can't actually see that. I think it might have been Viperio putting in a pause here. And, you know, you have to be thinking what's going through the head. You know, you're 3 rounds behind on CT side nuke. You know, what's going through the head of Viperio right now, you know. So far, you know, we've seen that the AWP can be pretty decent. You know, Arianto was holding secret, got that pick, fell back. That was pretty successful. You know, rounds like that, the Viperio just won, really shouldn't have been won. You know, it really came down to Magic coming in clutch with them 1Ds. FALKN playing very methodically with their utility usage, staying outside, you know, kind of waiting, very careful on the anti-ecos. So yeah, FALKN 4, Viperio 1 going into the 6th round here. Let's see what they're going to do, see if there are any switches are happening. Twig once again going for the aggressive outside, getting into her early, just in case there is a fast play. We see 2 players going up to Silo here. Maze. It does have the bomb on top of Silo. I don't know how I like that. You know, if he dies and he gets stuck up there, that could be problematic for the T side. They do have all of outside control once again. The Viperio mainly staying indoors, not looking like they're going to be challenging this. Giving them the control of outside can be risky, but it can play off. And let's see here, Twig is down into secret, and Freddy and Maze are creeping back up towards CT spawn, just clearing out these angles, making sure that there's no one lurking in CT. And Magic is here. He is anticipating it. And I don't think there's been an audio cue so far. Will a shadow be... And he does get 1 kill. And that's crucial for Viperio not to get traded off. Magic falling back, taking that advantage, making it a 5v4. He does know players are up here now, so it should be obvious for Viperio that there could be a player up in heaven. Addy, I've only just realised only has block 18 in this round. And May's coming up huge again with another 2 kills. Magic, this will be huge for Magic. The bomb's getting planted, and I don't think they expect it. And Magic falls at the last hurdle. It's a 1v3 now, all down to Arianto with the open full utility. I don't know how I feel about him going for this. I'd rather him save, especially now he's on 7 HP. Keep that up for next time. Your team doesn't have any money. Save that, or, you know, a 1v3 with the site control is just not realistic, I don't think, for the Viperio side. And it looks like Addy's actually going to kind of go for this exit kill here. Is Arianto going to anticipate that there's a player already in radio? It's a very common save spot, and he does get the kill on Addy, but his position is compromised right now. And he does tag down Zutra to 3 HP, but Arianto himself is only on 7 HP, and he gets a wallbang. Unfortunately, I don't think the stream saw that because of GoTV. But Arianto managed to save that up, which is huge going into this next round. FALKN 5, Viperio 1. Okay, let's have a little look here. Viperio going for a force by here. You know, we see the Famous going in. Every player has head armor, apart from Magic. You know, that's something that's pretty standard now going into these force buys. The T side looking a little bit weak. You know, Addy had to eco last round at a full eco, which means he's only got the USP. And it looks like he's got a fast play on to ramp as well. Oh my god, Magic falling down to a lovely snapshot by Addy there. What was that? Okay. And Addy again being the aggressor here with the UMP, not to lose 14 HP, and he does fall down to Chrismo's FAMAS in vent. And it is a 4v4 for the Viperio side. I do not think they're going to be saving it now. These rounds are starting to rack up for the Swedish side. They need to start taking something back. Chrismo coming in on the flank here. Is he going to notice that there's 2 players down? And this HE could be huge. Only taken... Oh, the double nade nearly getting Freddy down to 0. That Molotov as well. These 3 players pushing towards the side. And that nade is huge. That damaged all 4 players on the Viperio side. They're all stacked up right here. And as they're pushing through the smoke, LJM going first with no one there to trade him. Chrismo looking for anything he can work with, but it doesn't look like Viperio are going to do anything. It looks like they can fall back and save their guns. FALKN again looking so aggressive on his pushes. Viperio not seeming to be able to hold them off. Every time that FALKN seem to push, it seems like Viperio just aren't in the right places at the right time. Again, Arianto was able to save that orb, which does give some sort of hope going into this 8th round. FALKN, again, no orbs are going for 5 rifles, full utility. And it looks like there's a bit of a confusion here at the Viperio side on who's getting what gun. Okay, and it's sword. LJM's going to play with the FAMAS, and Twig's going to get that info. And the fast nade up on Sebwell, again, breaking up to the Squeaky. And this is what I want to see, and they're so aggressive, they're pushing through the Molotovs, using their smokes wisely. They're just straight aggression with the Squeeze. And Magic manages to get one, which is amazing to start with, but falls down to Sebwell eventually. You know, that Molotov, you know, seemed like it was good, but that smoke was popped down by FALKN, and they just pushed through it. And, you know, 5v1, there's not really much you can do there for Magic. If anything, getting 1 kill is as much as you could really ask for. And we're seeing another plant towards the double doors, which is where it seems the FALKN side seem to be stacking at these post-plant positions. We've got Crismo, Arianto. Viperio plays again, coming in the same direction as last time. He does fall down to LJ by the Sebwell. Coming in here, Maze, he's going to be able to clean up. And there's one, but he goes down to Twig. Arianto nearly fallen as well. It's now a 2v2 for the Viperio side. And Arianto does get a kickflip on Zutra. This could be huge. This is such a needed round. They do have the intel on where he is. Twig sees where he is. Twig should be able to get this kill. And Twig coming in clutch, and he doesn't know where the bomb's planted. Luckily, he does have a kit, and I think that is going to be the defuse. Arianto did actually fall down to the Molotov, which means the orb might be lost unless Twig can get there in time. And Twig managing to get the orb. What a good round for Viperio there. You know, I feel like this is what we're starting to need now. You know, Viperio coming up now on the point systems. FALKN, however, their scoreboard, it's very consistent. You know, you've got 2 players with 8 kills. And you know, 8 kills and 3 deaths. You know, you've got these fraggers really making an effort for FALKN here going into this 10th round. Again, we're seeing 3 players deciding to go outside, taking the control, the grenade, breaking the squeaky door. This looks like it might be event play like they did towards the pistol round. It might be looking like a B split here with some players deciding to maybe go late down into secret, and some players deciding to go A into vents down towards B. We've got 2 players stacking here, Magic and Twig, towards the radio position, where the FALKN side seem to be rushing every round, so maybe they've decided to put another player there. However, there's no tease here that, you know, they've decided to leave it this round. And now, you know, 2/5 of the CT side are watching there where no one's coming. And it looks like the T's are actually deciding to fall back off outside. They've been getting the control every round outside, it seems, and maybe they've decided that Viperio may be stacking. Maybe we will see some aggression towards ramp again. Freddy deciding to go for the AK, assuming that's due to his HP. Magic is going to have to come up huge here. And this flashbang can be huge, and they've got the audio cues, and the double setup is coming out good, and Twig coming down for 1 and 2, 3 and 4! Twig coming up with the 4K for Viperio. What a play! Magic not having to do much there is comes in with the kill, and Twig getting the ace for Viperio. That's going to do some really big morale boosting for Viperio there. What a play. That's taken Twig all the way up to being the top fragger in the server from that round alone. He now sits 9 kills, 3 assists, and 5 deaths. What a round from Twig. What a high right heel quick. You know, I think that's what Viperio need now. You know, they're only 3 rounds behind. The game's not lost. You know, the morale is going to be coming up now huge in that TeamSpeak server or that Discord server. I would love to have heard, you know, the reaction from the players there. And it looks like the T's, their money has gone and they're on an eco. There's only 2 deagles on the T side. And Arianto getting the kill through the smoke, and this is where the Viperio side seeming like they're warming up. That no shot through the smoke is absolutely lovely stuff. And the bomb is going down though. Again, I don't know how I feel about this. Yes, it's an anti-eco, but that money is going to be crucial for this FALKN side going into the 11th round. Viperio here, it's going to prove difficult, you know, even though they've got these Glocks, it's close range, you know, you don't want to lose any of your players. Viperio, you know, LJM, for example, he's only got 2,400. Should be going to towards Viperio here. Let's see how they're going to take it. And Freddy W goes down to Twig, and Zutra goes down to Magic. However, Maze manages to get the 1-2 LJM. Narianto manages to trade that off going to Sebwell, and Viperio have managed to clean it up, but no one's on the bomb plant again. This bomb plant seems to be throwing people off. Luckily, there's a kit on Magic, and he manages to pick up the round. Arianto getting 2 kills that round. LJM, the only one not getting a kill, as he died early to the T side. Viperio now only fall from 2 rounds behind FALKN. Getting a bit close. You know, really on the CT side, Viperio really need to be looking to getting up to double digits. FALKN, you know, anything more than 6 rounds is amazing, really, for this T side. You know, we're seeing this hyper aggression from the Swedish team, and it seems to be really throwing Viperio off. Twig coming up huge in that round with that ace really seems to have boosted the Viperio morale. Let's have a look here. Arianto knows that the players could be outside, and he knows that they're going to be coming in here quick, and he gets the kill and decides to fall back. I like this from Arianto. This really structured AWPing method from him, where he gets that 1 kill, falls back, holding these close angles. I really like that play from him, and LJM does get tagged down a little bit from the Swede. Arianto is a little bit pinned down here with the AWP. I wonder how he's going to be able to survive and see if his CT friends can come down and help him. Magic is on upper site, hiding behind Silo, looking at this double doors and ramp. This will be huge. Magic getting pretty close to Zutra now. He falls behind, and Charismo gets the kill on Addy as the Dane takes down the Swede for Viperio, making it a 5v3, this round seemingly going towards Viperio. And Viperio's teaming like they're holding their utility a bit more, but again, they've given up a bomb site. And Viperio's starting to rotate now. You know, they've still got, you know, 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, flashes, and nades. You know, every single player this time has a defuse getting head armor, which is what I like to see. There should be an easy retake for Viperio here. Not much utility for the T side with 2 flashbangs only, and here we see the utility being used. I think the Molotov actually extinguished the smoke there from Viperio. A little blip up here. And as we see LGM coming in, and he's put both players, falling to heaven, and LGM falling down from the sky. But Zutra going huge, and oh my god, FALKN nearly coming in with the 3v5 there. Twig coming in clutch again for his team. Picking up a 2k. Viperio only 1 round behind now. Twig is having an amazing game, now sitting on 12 kills. FALKN, none of their players are in over double digits just quite yet. And again, their money's not looking great. You know, we're seeing some utility, but it's not full utility like we've seen every other round where FALKN have convincingly won. Viperio, once again, all defuse kits, all head armor, full nades. I think I'd like to see a little bit more aggression from Viperio. You know, they've been very passive and been keeping these bomb sites away. You know, very, very nearly losing these rounds. You know, the individual players having to come up huge to kind of keep Viperio in this game. And Arianto again picking up that kill. There's not much that he can do with Arianto just moving and getting that kill and moving and getting another one. And Twig does fall down to this push outside with Maze and Freddy getting the assist onto 1 Twig. Now they're pushing into Hell, and Sebwell gets the kill on Magic, and LJM just go down to Maze as well. It is a 2v4 for the FALKN side. Almost playing this round like it's a deathmatch, sir. They're just running free, trying to get the frags. I would like to see if Viperio could get a kill here. Maybe they could go for it. You know, we're seeing these kills. Ooh, and Maze nearly goes down to Charismo. The 2 Danes going head-to-head right now, upper on the B side. And I think it is going to be a save. Arianto again going back with that AWP. Charismo seems like he's fallen back to T-spawn. Yeah, that's what I would want to see. You know, we're going into the 13th round. There's not much Viperio can do here. Yeah, Arianto is going back to save that AWP with Charismo. Again, that's what I want to see. Zutra's just making sure there's going to be no ninja diffusers coming out for the Viperio side. And it looks like all 40s are going to survive. And Arianto and Charismo saving not only the AWP and the AK, but almost full utility and a defuse kit. Okay, we're coming near to the end of this half. If Viperio want to have a good T side, they're going to need to pick up a few more CT rounds if possible. FALKN having 7 rounds is already a massive. And we are seeing a bit of a switch up here. We've got the double AWP setup. Arianto standing with the AWP, and we're seeing Magic on the AWP as well. I'm interested to see how this goes. The T's again have opted for the 5 AKs, not having the AWP on this map. I think that's smart from the T side. I'm not personally a fan of AWPing on T side nuke. I prefer the AKs for the quick trades. And we're seeing an aggression here from Magic. Is the flash going to find him? And he gets the 1. And he manages to not manage to fall down in time. Somehow surviving. He's on 6 HP, and it looks like the T's are going aggressive for him here. Magic, if you could get another kill here, this would be absolutely huge. And Freddy tries the pre-fire, but he doesn't manage it. Magic coming up huge already with a 2K, making it a 5v2. Magic is falling back, gotten that one kill, and it looks like the T's are hunting him down, knowing that he's probably on less than 10 HP himself. And it looks like they're going out on Crismo, knowing that these T's are rotating quickly, not this time leaving it in the one twig. It looks like he's going to get put, and he puts the smoke out, but he does know that he's there. Maze knows where the CT is. Dropping down into vents, it looks like it is going to be a double take going back towards B. And was that a wall bang there? I don't know what just quite happened. Magic, he's on 6 HP. He's going to have to come up huge here for Viperio. Magic going down would open up the site for FALKN. And he does get the sound cue, and he does fall down to Zutra with that wall bang. It is now a 4v2. Maze getting the kill on Crismo. What a pre-fire. The game sense is insane, and they do have control of the site once again. Zutra planting safe for this post-plant position. Where is he going to hold? I'm pretty sure he's going to go into blue hut once again. Maze holding this off angle. Any CTs rotating in here is going to get... Oh, what a one-tap by Maze. He's definitely been in the headshot-only deathmatch servers before this game. What a lovely one-tap, making it a 2v2. Viperio really need this round. And Maze again, halving Twig's HP down to 57 while he was blinded. And there is a defuse coming in from Arianto with the AWP. And he just falls down to Arianto, and Twig once again manages to clutch it for the Viperio round, for the Viperio side. And it looks like he's going to have just about enough time. Ooh. That was a close one, bringing it to 5-7, going into round 14. Twig, once again, clutching it for the Viperio side. One Twig's really coming up big in this game, so far. Like I say, he's the one that's really showing the most impactful kills. We've seen the ace coming in from him. We've seen the clutches on A site so far. That must be a bit demoralizing for FALKN. That after that round, they came back so close. And after things like the one-tap, it really must get into their heads a little bit. And look, we see a pause coming in from FALKN. Maybe they're starting to wonder what's happening here. Let's have a little bit look at the leaderboard. Zutra is standing at 11 kills and 7 deaths. Maze is at 13 and 9. Freddy is on 6 and 9. Subwell is on 7 and 9. And Addy is on 4 to 11. Not having the best game right now. On the Viperio side, one Twig leading with 13 kills and 6 deaths. Magic sitting at 9 kills, 10 deaths, and Arianto on 10 and 7 deaths. And the round has started and the match is paused. I want to see switch up, and this is what we do. We see Zutra with the AWP. They've opted for the AKs, and maybe they've thought that this isn't going to work now. Arianto going aggressive, and I think the T's are going to hear that sound cue of the flame hitting him. Arianto should be able to pick up this kill here. Is he going to peek and fall down to Freddy? Oh, he does have the UMP and he gets the kill. I'd like to see Arianto fall back here if possible before he gets traded. Zutra opting for the AWP this round. This will be interesting from the T side. It's always a bit tricky to AWP on this map, I find, especially on the T side. There is a lot of wallbang possibilities, but realistically, you've got to be hyper-aggressive with that AWP on the T side to get anything worthy of how much money that gun costs. LGM only sitting at 8 HP. Close to Maze right now. It's a common wallbang spot. But we're going to see the Molotov coming up back onto Twig as well. He doesn't have the smoke this time, and LGM's so close to the smoke. One bullet and that man is dead. Viperio, if they win this round, they will bring the scores even back to 7-7. Arianto opting for that Molotov as he rotates off. The LGM is going to go down to the oh, and it looks like it was almost a team kill there, but AD and Maze managed to come up huge. And Arianto gets one more kill as they drop down into B site. The CTs do have the intel now that they are going here. Zutra decided to plant safe this time. It is a 3v2, so you can't blame him too much for that. Here we go, and Zutra has the AWP, and he gets the kill on Magic as he's coming back round to see if there's someone flanking. Arianto does know where the AWP is. He does go for a smoke. And is there someone? And he gets the kill. What a lovely flick shot there by Arianto. 2v1. And Zutra is down to 52 HP. The CTs know where he is. They know where the bomb's planted. He does have the AWP. I would like to see them both pushing here. Is he going to go for the wallbang? This would be huge. And he does get one. And he does go down to Crismo. What a play by Crismo there. That could have been absolutely huge for FALKN if they got that round. Going into the final round of this half, Viperio evening it up to 7-7. This would be interesting if Viperio win this round. the money on the Falcon side isn't as much as you would want. It's really kind of messed with their money a little bit. You know, we see the Galil come out. Zutra again deciding to go for the AWP, but not dropping another AK. Viperio, their money's a little bit screwed as well. We see a UMP and we see a FAMAS on the Viperio side. Twig and Chrismo, the one staying with the M4A4. The gun I prefer to the silenced. Okay, and let's see what we're going to have here. And it looks like the T side are going to play a little bit more passively this round. Viperio, their utility usage seems to be pretty decent. They're not wasting it as much as they did earlier on. Seems like they're holding it off for the retakes. Magic just shoulder peeking here. They maybe know that there's enough money on the T side for another roar. Don't want to go down early. And it looks again like we're going to see an aggressive door play. Maybe them going down into vents. CTs don't yet quite know that they're actually out onto A. No one's playing heaven. And it looks like Chrismo gets the dink to 11 HP, but Sebwell. And we do have the player in hut, but he doesn't manage to get the trade. We do have the player in heaven that is coming in, and Magic gets one. Magic gets another. Falling down. He's now on 30 HP. He's flashed. Arianto now coming in from heaven. Gets one. Zutra. The AWP. And it does look like he tags him down from the wall. It's a 1v2. Zutra versus Magic and Arianto. And he just decided to boost up and change his position a bit. I do quite like this from Zutra. And Arianto gets the kill. Making the half. 8-7 for Viperio. Managing to bring it back from what seemed like a bit of a shaky start. It'll be interesting seeing what Viperio are going to do coming into this T side. And how FALKN are going to, maybe change up going into CT. I wonder if FALKN are going to keep their aggressive playstyle going into CT, which would be interesting for this map. Like I say, naturally being a CT-sided map, it is going to be an interesting half. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of information. Viperio Esports are actually going to be giving away a £10 Amazon gift voucher if Viperio win this game at Viperio Esports on Twitter. So go check that out with your little with the chance of winning a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Maybe it's a good excuse for a birthday or a birthday present or something like that last minute. Yeah, go to @Viperio Esports at Twitter if Viperio win this game to have yourself a chance of winning a £10 Amazon gift voucher. Okay, so Viperio are going to be on the T side this half, and I would like to see some aggression from them as well. You know, you saw how impactful these rounds were going into it. You know, when you just absolutely overwhelm the CT players. And let's have a look here, see what we're going to be going for. Viperio opting for a Molotov and a smoke on Arianto and a smoke and a flash on Magic. We've got a P250 on him as well. The CTs, we do see Addy with the CZ and the HE grenade, with Maze on the smoke and the diffuse kit. And let's have a look at the Viperio side here. It seems like they're going for a smoke outside and all going towards inside. The early nade from Addy is wasted as no HP is lost to the Viperio side there with that nade. Magic smoking outside, maybe trying to fake out the Swedes here, that there's an outside play coming. All players shifting inside lobby. Magic now creeping into radio and vending. And he's in trophy room and he does see the CT players hiding on ramp. It seems like the CTs are favouring A here with the triple stack. As Viperio go, they get out and the one tap goes down and Twig and Chrismo fall down to Sebel and 80. Freddy here, it seems like he's going to get the one tap on Magic, and he does as the flank goes down. And it's all down to Arianto. It's a clean slate for the Falcons side. All Viperio players falling down with no kills onto the CT side. Again, evening it up. This is looking like a close game. 8 to FALKN and 8 to Viperio. What we're going to see here from Viperio, seeing pretty much an eco here with a P250 getting picked up on LJM. The CT side here opting decide to go for the MP7 play, the MP9 play, sorry, which is becoming a bit more meta these days with the money that's involved with getting the kills. And the damage given to opponents with no head armor. And we do see the AWP going for Zutra. Maybe Zutra's going to use this and then eventually save for the AWP, I don't know necessarily who the AWP is for the FALKN side. I think it is Zutra. Just going for a little shoulder peek. No one's lost any HP yet. Freddy holding close in case there is a push. Maybe a little bit of PTSD, as this is where Twig sprayed him down a few rounds earlier. Maze holding the squeaky doors, so we're seeing these CTs again playing quite aggressive on this anti-eco round. You know, normally we don't see something like this where they're holding the angles this close. Charisma decided now to take the P250 off his teammates' hands. T's are slowly creeping outside. Maybe they're going to go for an explosion down into secret. Viperio, all they could really be looking at is the bomb fight. And Zutra gets one, he gets two, and does eventually fall down to one twig. Maze picks up a double kill with that MP9 onto Charisma Magic, and it's all down to one twig. I don't know how much faith I've got in one twig now, as he's only got the Glock, and he does fall down to Maze. Viperio only getting one kill that round with no bomb plant really makes their financial situation not the strongest going into this next round. The CTs, however, are opting to stay with some of the guns that they picked up, with only really 2 rifles sitting on Freddy and Zutra, that being an M4 and an AUG. Viperio having 4 AKs and 1 Galil. Maybe evening up the playing field here a little bit, even though they're on the T side with the guns that they've got. I would love to see Viperio have a solid execute here, where they start to get some trades. It's all about the trades on this map. You know, it's okay if your entry fragger goes down, as long as you trade them off. The T's are going to have the advantage. The CTs holding on to their utility. It's only 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the round, and they almost still have all the utility that they started the round with. Really like that from the FALKN side of Magic, with a lovely shoulder peek onto Freddy as he falls down, evening it up. Now into Viperio's side, potentially it's going to be a 9-9 round for Viperio. FALKN again holding on to this utility. Viperio starting to lose it now, as they seem like they're going for an execute. 80 going for a bit of a high IQ play there, putting the smoke out on top of roof, maybe to fake out that there's a player up there. Doesn't seem like it's going to pan out this round though, and it seems like it was going to be a wasted smoke, as Viperio choosing to go outside. Sebel popping the smoke down onto Squeaky. Viperio looking like they're going to go down into secret, going towards B. Zutra's fully smoked off. You must have the sign cue that they're all going down there. Making sure that they're not trying to creep back into A. AD dropping down this Molotov, really putting Viperio on the back burner here. There's not much he can do. Is Magic going to get the double spray down yet? And yes, he is. He gets the double spray down onto Sebel and Maze. What a play by Magic, knowing that the players were going to rotate. And Viperio coming back to A site. What a play by Viperio. It really looks like they're getting into the heads of FALKN now. The players on FALKN are looking like they're going to go outside. It is a 2v5. There's not much they can do. And as Arianto does pick up the kill onto 80, does he know that there's a player there? He looks back in time and gets the double kill. Zutra falling down to the AK of Arianto. All 5 players of Viperio surviving, which is absolutely huge in terms of their economy. And we are seeing a bit of a shabby buy from FALKN here. We're seeing an auto shotgun being bought and an AWP at the same time. I don't know how I feel about this. You know, it's a CT map, it's 9-9. You can maybe afford to eco one more if it means that you've got the utility. You know, you've got 2 smokes, a flashbang and a grenade onto the CT side. You know, it's a map where you really need to, and almost all of the utility is wasted. Viperio haven't thrown 1 nade so far in this round. There's 1 smoke grenade left for the Swedish side. I'd have liked to have seen a fully eco this round going into the next round. You know, give this round to Viperio, it would have been 10-9, and at least you could have bought next round. If they fall down here, the economy for the CT side is going to be ruined. Viperio still haven't upgraded their gun, so even if some of their players die this round, they're going to have the money to rebuy. Maybe seeing an AWP going on to Arianto, who knows. Viperio decided to take outside once again. Freddy is holding ramp with this 1D. This proves to be deadly. We know it's a one-shot to the head. Magic is slowly creeping into his crosshairs. Arianto got picked up and he sees the AWP. And the AWP does go down, which is absolutely huge for Viperio to take that money off FALKN's hands. Maze going down so early in this round with no option for trade, especially with the AWP. Must hurt. And that could be an AWP that Arianto might pick up. Again, I don't know if I like this play from FALKN. Something huge is going to have to come up here. Freddy's going to have to hit some nutty 1Ds. And we're seeing Sebel holding close with that shotgun, which is what I like to see, but just not on a round like this. Viperio looking like this game could be switched, and it is going to be walking into that auto shotgun territory. As the 3 players get stacked on here, and it is a 1-for-1 trade as Sebel takes out Arianto in terms of LJM, and Freddy falls down to LJM, and what is going on? The counter-terrorists somehow managed to bring this round back. I mean, fair play to the FALKN side. Viperio, you had the advantage. You got that kill on the orb in secret. What happened? The money's still okay in terms of Viperio to 5, and it looks like we're probably going to see 5 AKs from the Viperio side. Arianto maybe might want to save for an AWP, and we'll see a pause come in. What a round from the FALKN side. I'm really surprised that they managed to bring that round back. That shotgun only got 1 kill, but it was that stat. Viperio knew they were on an anti-eco. You know, it was at least a half buy. I would have liked to have seen them maybe, you know, kind of use that pick that they got on secret and, you know, maybe got a bit more map control before they decided to take a site. While the match is paused, I would just like to say a big shout out to Jack and Sam who are watching from Kiel. I mean, they are watching downstairs in my uni house. But shout out to them. It's my second time casting and their support, so big up them boys. And here we go. It is 10-9 in favour of FALKN as we go into this next round. Viperio opting for the 5 AKs, and we're still seeing a bit of a shoddy buy for FALKN, not being able to pick up the AWP on the teammate that died secret. I would love to see Viperio keep some of this utility and wait for the CTs, try and bait out their nades, bait out that Molotov, bait out that smoke. And we see Magic using that grenade to blow up the squeaky doors almost every round. Someone's done that, and there is a little gap here. I don't know if AD is going to be able to capitalize on this. I think he's going to be able to. And AD does fall to Magic, though, however. It did seem like he had the biggest advantage there. Magic almost knows where he is, and he gets that second entry kill. Magic going huge for Viperio here, making it a 5v3. All the utility starting to get wasted now as the CTs are crumbling under the pressure. Twig having that flashbang ready to pop flash his teammates. As they start to go to blue door, one Twig now falling back. Sebwell is on the flank with that shotgun. And he does get the kill onto Twig and pick up that AK. Absolutely huge for Sebwell there. And gets another kill onto Magic, even up to a 3v3. LGM knows that there's players all around him. There's probably one heaven, there's probably one squeaky and one blue door. LGM's going to have to come up huge here as he picks up one. I think he's got the audio cue that someone else is flashbang goes in, and Freddy looks like he's going to get the kill here. Picks up the AK, gets the kill onto LJM. It's a 2v2 right now. No defuse kits onto the CT side, however. All the Viperio side have to do is hold them off. Freddy getting the kill onto Arianto as he's kicking back round. And Crismo looks like he's going to be able to get this round for Viperio. Yeah, Freddy's fallen back. He's got the utility. I think that's fair play from Freddy. What a round from Viperio. Magic doing huge with their entry kills, which really opened up the sight for Viperio. Even it up to 10-10. Wow, what a close game so far. Maybe it's a sign. 10-10 in the £10 voucher. Hey, am I right, boys? At Viperio Esports, £10 voucher giveaway. If we win, only if we win. And we're seeing another pause come in. I'm pretty sure that is from the FALKN side. You know, I've got to wonder what's going through the Swedish guys' heads right now. You know, the money's low. You need to do something, otherwise Viperio are going to start to take the lead now. They've got the momentum. They've got the money in the bank. You can't afford a full buy. And that's what they seem to do. They're going for a force. Again, I don't know how I feel about this. I know it worked out for them last round. The last time they did a force buy, however, it was very, very fortunate that some of their players were able to come up huge, and maybe it was based on the capitalizations that Viperio had in terms of their mistakes they made that round. You know, Viperio really should have won that round where the CT's forced. And again, I would like to have seen the CT's eco this round rather than force buy. A little bit more utility than last round, which might be a little bit interesting. Viperio seem like they're going for a bit of an aggressive play this time. We're seeing some players go outside a bit quickly here. And we're seeing a CT go into vents pretty aggressively. We've got 3 Deagles, 1 MP9 and an AK onto the CT side that was saved. Zutra being the man with the AK, the man with the mission. Crismo just falling back here. Maybe he's a little bit skeptical of these angles, these really close angles. Outside can be a bit tricky to take sometimes when you're by yourself. You know, you're not easily tradable. You know, it's a half buy from your opponents. You know, they've got these things like MP9s and Deagles. It's a big risk, but not much reward, I don't think. Viperio still having most of their utility that they bought from the beginning of this round. I would like to see an outside play from Viperio back into secret, which is what I think LJM's done. I think he's managed to wake his way into secret. And I don't know the CTs if they even know that yet. LJN did manage to go underground, as Viperio seem like they're going to push outside, maybe faking out a rotation. Magic holding for that early rotate like they did last round. Zutra, the man with the AK, is now pinned down from the Viperio side. He gets one and he does fall down to Chrismo. That's a good trade in favour of Viperio, even it out to a 4v4. And a flashbang is coming here. Arianto is going to be the one that's going to be entry fragging as he's coming in. And he does get a kill. And he does get a trade onto LJM, making it a 3v3. And Chrismo with a crisp headshot from him as he mollies Heaven, as he kills Maze, making it 3v2 for Viperio. And it looks like the CTs here are just going to go for economical damage, or you might save this AK. There's, you know, there is a diffuse gun pretty, so maybe we will see an effort from the CT side here to go for it. Personally, I'd rather save, and I think that is what's going to happen. Viperio have got the site, making it 11-10 for Viperio. What a round. And this is what I was on about from the Viperio side. They played this round a lot slower against a half-buy, which I think is what the issue is when they lost on that previous round when they went against a half-buy. I think they had so much momentum and so much confidence that they maybe got a little bit over themselves and, you know, pushed the site a little bit too early, and that's how all this trade started. There is an exit frag picked up onto by Addy there, going into the final seconds of that round, making it a 2v2. However, Viperio still having enough money to pull by. The CTs, again, not having much money. They did save 2 AKs from last round, which is huge for their team. Viperio 11, FALKN 10. What a close game. We've seen Zutra and Maze what they can do with these Deagles, and we want to know and see what they can do again with them this round. LJM going with the early Molotov as he gets boosted up in case that there's an early push. We do see that from the Swedish side. It seems like they do have one player lurking and being aggressive on the early rotates. You know, we saw how one of the Viperio players got kind of caught off guard with the Nova 2 rounds ago. Freddy holding ramp with that AK, just holding that angle. He is the only one. And what a headshot angle from Magic. Not much to shoot there, and he did manage to find it. There is actually one more person up here. I didn't realise. That is Sebwell. I don't think he's going to get cleared by Magic, and he does knock him down. Magic again getting the 2 kills here. Magic now sitting on 18 kills as AD does get Arianto. Maze, and the trigger disappears from him, and he does get one, and he does fall down to 1 twig. I did like to see a bit more trigger discipline there. That could have been huge if he did maybe be a little bit more patient. It is a 3v1 for Viperio. It looks like it's going to be 12-10, unless AD can come up huge. I think he's going to push through the smoke here. Someone is holding it. He does have the sound cue, and I think he's going to get the kill onto LJN here, and he does. There is no diffuse kit onto 80 though, and I think he is going to opt to go and save. Chrismo, maybe he's going to go for economical damage here as the T side don't want to make sure that there's no ninja diffuse going as they back off. Viperio 12, FALKN 10. Viperio really upped the ante this game. The momentum's got going. I think the turning point was that ace from 1 twig on ramp. Absolutely highlight reel plays from the Swede himself, and we have seen Zutra picking up the AWP now, going into the full buy from the Swedish side. Utility's looking a little bit weak in comparison to their mixed Nordic opponents. However, it's going to be a close round. Let's have a little look here what we're seeing. Magic again opting for the grenade and smoke onto ramp. Onto outside, sorry. And Chris still on outside. And Viperio just falling down like dominoes. Magic again is the only one that can hold it off, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. CT's come in. What happened that round is May's got a 2k and Sebel got a 2k. That's got to hurt Viperio. Their money's starting to run out now. There's not much that they can do in terms of full buy. I would like to potentially see an eco here from Viperio, or at least, you know, drop some pistols. Chrismo has 5.2k. And it looks like they are going for a half buy. Chrismo decides to buy an AK, and everyone else choosing to decide to pistol. It looks like they're messing around in T-spawn a bit. Maybe there's some issues with comms down, who's buying what. Enough money where they can still buy something next round. However, the CT's now on the other side of the coin. They're the ones with the full buy, the diffuse kits, and all of the utility. Viperio seem that they've wasted the opportunity now, and the tables have turned a little bit. Viperio is still in the lead with 12 rounds, but this round is going to be huge in terms of who's going to win this game. Viperio really not looking like they're going to be able to win this round against the utility and weapons of FALKN. But, that's the beauty of this game. Anything can happen. We've seen that several times this game where the rounds kind of turned on its side. And the team where it didn't seem like it was going to win was the one that won. And as we see here, Sebwell picking up 2 kills as Crismo actually follows up with a double kill. And Zutra getting the wallbang headshot to end it. Viperio managing to take 2 of their CT opponents out of the server there. And let's have a little look going into this. Viperio not having the best money. Again, that's what I would have wanted to see. That round was going to be hard, and I think that's the pause coming in from Viperio. What do you do here now? It's 12-12. Your CTs now have the upper hand here. They've got the money. They've got the utility. It's a very, very close game. If I was in the shoes of Viperio right now, what I would do is I would have ecoed last round, so I could have bought this round. I feel like last round was going to be a loss anyway going into it. Cut your losses, save the money, go into this round. Now we see a Tech9, a Galil. They opted for utility rather than their nades, which I think is what I prefer to see. But again, Magic, what's Magic got? He's only got any Magic does decide to go for a Galil. So it is a bit of a half buy. LJM still only has a pistol to his name, and they're going up against a CT side that is fully equipped, all head armor, all diffuse kits. Viperio really, if I would like to see something here, I would like to see something a lot more aggressive than from what they're doing. And then Nate seems to have actually done some damage to Maze as his teammate jumps in front of it, knocking him down to 75 HP. Maybe that'll help Viperio out a little bit. Twig popping up the Molotovs onto Heaven for his teammates, with no one really pushing it. This is what I'm on about from Viperio. That Molotov in this round could have been absolutely crucial, and they're not pushing with the usage of with their utility. Something that's a bit of a scarce commodity in this round, especially with the fact that they've kind of half bought. The CT's holding on to this utility, coming down to the 1 minute sector of the round, and there's still 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, 4 flashbangs ready for this CT side. Viperio a little bit spread out for my liking. Their utility's getting a bit weighted. He just goes down, and Arianto does get the kill, but he is traded by LJM from Zor. This can be confused by Viperio there as Nate does get up on the cleanup. He does pick up 2, however, 1 Twig manages to get the trade, avenging Magic and Arianto. It is a 3v2 now, and Viperio has a really great chance of winning this round. This plant will be absolutely crucial to Viperio's financial situation going into next round. 1 Twig, looking to go huge again for his team. This round would actually deplete the CT's money absolutely massively, and the Molotov is coming in for Twig. He is going to have to keep this. Unfortunately, he does fall down to Freddy. It is all up to Crismo. He does have a smoke grenade. All he needs to do is make sure that the CTs don't have time to defuse that bomb. Freddy. And he does get 1. Just that. And he gets the double spray through the smoke! Oh my god, Crismo coming up absolutely huge for Viperio, getting the double spray down through the smoke. And a straight pause coming in from FALKN. Their money, now it's switched again. The tables have turned, the money is low for FALKN. Viperio taking the lead. What a round from Viperio. Again, it is the caster's curse. You say one thing and the opposite happens. I did want to see the eco from Viperio that round. However, they made it work, and that is the beauty of this game, and especially this map, is anything can happen. It is so volatile to these really, really close variables that could just absolutely change the dynamic of the game. 2 rounds ago, FALKN had full utility and full guns. Now they've got nothing. Viperio seem like they're going to be able to come up here 3 rounds away from winning this game, which would also be the first in the ESEA main league so far. Be absolutely huge for the team. Let's have a look. We're seeing the Deagles coming out from FALKN. We have seen how deadly these have been going into these kind of anti-eco rounds. Sorry, the eco rounds from the Swedish side. Viperio, I would like to see them take this round slow. You've got the momentum. Your players made a really clutch play, getting a double spray through the smoke. They know that the CTs, or they should know that the CT's money is going to be low. And I think that's what they're doing. They're taking their time. They're not wasting their utility, trying to get as much information as they can. Twig knows that there might be a push here as he's moving his mouth up and down. And Freddy gets a lovely kill onto LJM. However, he is traded off by Magic. Magic knows that there's another one on ramp. I would like to see how he's going to do this. And Twig knows that there's one coming from behind as he does get the headshot onto Zutra. That Molotov falls down, but the smoke is deployed. They do know what player's playing there. It seems to be a common spot this game so far. AD creeping in behind him. What a 1-deep from Maze as he kills Magic, who's in heaven, equaling it up to a 3v3. However, there's still no guns picked up. AD picking up 1, but he does fall down to Twig, making it a 2v2. Still, no guns picked up on the CT side. They still have the Deagles versus the AKs of Viperio. And I think they're going to opt to actually go back to A. Yeah, knowing that there was probably a rotate from Sebwell onto the B bomb site. Sorry, Sebwell's on the A bomb site right now. I think they know. And Chrismo covers his teammate as he gets the plant. The Danish and Swede team seeming like they're going to win this round as they get the kill. 1 Twig clutching the round against Viperio. 14 rounds for Viperio, 12 rounds for FALKN. It's looking like it's going to be a win for Viperio today. The money is really, really running out for the CT side. This is going to be the deciding round, I think. If FALKN can't win this round, I think it's going to be a GG in favour of Viperio. We've seen the AWP going on to Zutra again, and we have seen how deadly that has been in the previous rounds. We see a FAMAS getting picked up on a Sebwell, so it isn't that bad of a buy from the Swedish side. They've got a decent amount of utility. Viperio going for an aggressive secret play. We're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 players going all the way down into secret. I don't know if AD actually heard or knows that there is one player lurking in Checkers. However, not Checkers, sorry, Squeaky, however. And I think that's Magic, yeah, I think it's Magic, yeah. May be able to get the rotates off here, and Viperio seem like they're going to go for a B take. Not much they can do in terms of a fake now. They've got 2 players going up into the window room. 2 players going back down into lower. And AD does get a kill onto Magic from upper, but LGM manages to equal it out as he gets the kill on Freddy. Chrismo sees the head of Zutra and manages to take him out of the server. And LJM cleans off Magic, and it is a 4v2. AD, I think he's going to fall back with that AWP to try and give his teammates any hope of winning the next round. Sebwell manages to get a kill, making it a 2v3. However, I think the CTs know that it's a bit too late for them now, and they would rather save that AWP going into next round. Viperio going to take this to series point. That being a best of 1 format in this ESEA main league so far. Viperio, like I said earlier, they haven't won a game yet this league. Currently standing on 0 and 3, as FALKN stand on 1 and 3. And Viperio here, 1 more round, and they are going to take the series. FALKN, they're going to have to come up with something. They do have that AWP that AD managed to save, and he does drop it back down to Zutra. Their money is not looking great. Head armor's not going to be a thing. You know, the AKs are a 1-shot to the head anyway. Zutra picking up that as he's got the AWP. We see an M4, a UMP, a FAMAS, and an MP9. LJM opted to go for the map 10 this round. I do quite like that. You know, if they lose this round, they're still in it for the game. You may as well have your money. A serious financial situation isn't the best either, because it's been so back and forth this half. LJM going aggressive, I'm pretty sure, with that Mac 10 into vent. Arianto and Chrismo just holding outside in case there's a push. Really, really like what Viperio have done to turn this game around. They've really, really stepped up their strats this game, I believe. Really, really changing up the pace. You know, that they learned that the CTs were being hyper aggressive. They've really kind of managed to adapt around that. The CTs, I think that was what they had going for them, is their hyper aggression. That's what I was saying going into this half. I would like to have seen FALKN maybe a bit more aggressive. However, AD and FaZe managed to take down LGM and Magic, whereas Arianto gets a trace on FaZe. 1 Twig gets a kill on Future. The Sebwell comes up and AD gets a kill on Chrismo as he comes up to vent. So it's a 3v1. 1 Twig. A boy that maybe can clutch it for his team, bringing it down to a 2v1 as he manages to get the kill on the Sebwell. My MVP goes to 1 Twig this game. He's currently top fragging for the Viperio side as he's got 22 kills. Being absolutely huge in this game. Let's see if he can win this for Viperio. It's a 1v2. He's got 2 kills already. He would have to pick up a 4K to win this game for Viperio. The bomb's down. The CTs know where it is. This is going to be hard for 1 Twig. He's only on 60 HP. He's got to make the game, and he does go down to Freddy. There's not much 1 Twig could have really done there. Kind of understand, and they do pick up the AWP. That is absolutely huge for the FALKN side. Are we going to see an overtime? This could be a really, really close game if
FALKN managed to get this round. Viperio, if they lose, their financial situation now is in the gutter as well. It's so topsy-turvy, this game. FALKN 13, Viperio 15. We're still on series point for Viperio. Let's see what we can do going into this next round. A bit of lag there for me on the side, but it seems like there's not much that's happened. Viperio seeming like they're trying to get the outside control pretty quick. LJM goes by Mac 10, and he does get the kill with help from Crismo. LJM is on low HP, and he does go down to Freddy, but Freddy's on 13 HP himself. It looks like Crismo's going to go hunting. One twig, Zutra gets the kill on Arianto as he shoots him in the back with the AVP. And Zutra here decided to go down onto A side, giving up the outside control. I don't know how I feel about this, as there's now 3 players on A site. It does look like 2 players are actually going to go towards her. See if they can get more outside control. One twig still in this position. And Maze does get the kill onto 2v3. However, Magic says no as he gets the kill onto Maze. And Zutra gets the quickscope onto Magic. And it increases the full attack. And Zutra equals it out. What a round. Zutra keeping up his keeping the Swedes in this game. 14-15. One more round and we are going to see overtime. Viperio's money is in the gutter. We're not going to see much from the Viperio side here. It is the final Hail Mary. And it looks like we're going to see a Tech 9 kind of Deagle Mac 10 hybrid going into this round. The CTs still don't have the best guns or the fullest utility either this round, and it looks like Viperio are going for a pretty quick play. LJM seems like he's faking outside a little bit, as some of the Viperio players are maybe rotating more to A. I do like this from the Viperio side. I don't know if FALKN have really bought it though. We are seeing a bit of a rotate towards the B side of the map. Magic with this Deagle pushing towards ramp. And and the timing. FALKN have actually moved off ramp. I think they think Viperio are still all the way back in secret. And they go for the Tech 9 play, taking down Zutra. That'll be the AWP picked up for the Viperio side onto Arianto as they go up into heaven. And are they going to get the kill? And they do. One twig picking up the kill on Maze as Sebwell goes down to Crismo. And it is, and LJ gets another kill on 80. And it is a 4v1 for Viperio in the final round. Freddy having to clutch it for the Swedish side. What a round for Viperio. Like I said, that aggressive play really seemed to come in favor of them. Magic on the other side of the spoke to Freddy. And Freddy manages to get the kill onto Magic, making it a 1v3. However, he is on 12 HP. He does have the defuse kit, however. I don't know how well this is going to pan out for Freddy. The 1v3, there's not much you can really do. And Arianto picks up the kill onto Freddy. That is Viperio's first win of the ESEA main season so far. What a game from the Viperio side. And FALKN, they held up their end of the bargain as well, going into that game, knowing that it was going to be close. Whew, what a game of Counter-Strike. You know, we had every element of Counter-Strike in that game. You know, we had really unlucky ecos that worked out in favor of one or another. You know, we had force rounds where they came out. You know, we saw an ace from one twig. What a game of CS. Both sides really holding their own. You know, I'd like to give them, congratulate Viperio on their first win so far. And FALKN, man, they really had a good game. You know, it looked very one-sided to start with on their CT side. On their T side, sorry. Going into it, you know, Viperio struggling to get rounds to start with. But yeah, wow, what a game of CS. If you follow our social medias, you'll be able to see when the next game is. I'm not too sure when that will be, but if you check out, all information will be on our Twitter, which is at Viperio Esports. And yes, of course, Viperio won their game, so we will, you know, hold our promise and we will be giving away a £10 Amazon gift voucher. So for a chance of winning that, head over to Viperio Esports on Twitter for all updates and a chance to win yourself a little something special. All right, well, thank you very much again for another round of ESEA main gameplay. Viperio picking up their first round. I've been Brody Mulvaney. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.